members been elected on that, right? That's all right.
As far as, you need a copy of each individual board members'
Yes,
report, right? And is that submitted to ADE?
it will be, it will be.
We put our name in.
Oh, we don't put names on.
The minutes shall reflect that the board members each submitted.
Submitted.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need a motion to exit closed session.
No, wait a minute.
I'll second.
Motion second, all in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, we're back in open session. We're discussing the evaluation of the superintendent. Went through performance standards 1 through 10.
Nine?
1 through 10.
10.
And each board member, we discussed each standard, went through and ranked them from unacceptable to outstanding, 0 through 4. Each board member had the opportunity to write down comments and discuss each standard, and we walked through it as a process. I think overall the board felt very positive, Mr. Meadows, about your tenure here and the work that you've been doing, and especially coming in under a crisis situation.
Yeah.
I thought you did a very excellent job.
You know, it was a big thing. I mean, if you were a seasoned, veteran, as I said,
Right.
had been superintendent for, 2 or 3 terms elsewhere, you come in here and, we got the audit, we got, the leadership audit, the state audit, the financial audit, we had the school and stuff, and, I mean, that was a lot. You've done a very, very, I mean, please understand, I don't use the word outstanding. I mean, when I rate, I have good and excellent. I mean, outstanding is, but I have to say, in this respect, that you've done an outstanding job as far as meeting the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And,
The financial
overall.
crisis.
yeah, the crisis situation, just a very,
A lot of large issues.
a lot more than just bad scores and things like that. Just a lot of different areas.
I think it'd be good if each board member would comment on that. You're all comfortable doing that?
You can go ahead,
Go
Kelly.
ahead. I'll
Yeah,
wait.
you're ladies before. Go ahead.
You know, we've come a long ways, we've got a long way to come, but hopefully we can do it together. And our kids in Martin County need to get a quality education, because that's why we're here.
Well, when I start, I kind of ramble, so Kathleen, you give me that elbow.
Okay, you got 2 minutes.
Well,
I just,
Craig can tase you.
which we all got areas to improve, which we discussed, and of course, I'm one to talk after some things that I've let happen in a board meeting or two, but I'm working on it, and but you came into a tough situation, there's no doubt about it, and I don't know how you feel at times, like Kathleen stated about the duress that you came in under, and we're getting $400 and some thousand in the red, and our school is, we have to evacuate or whatever, exit our school. But here's some things that I wrote, positive things, and then I may mention a couple of things I think we need to work on. So, but I think to me, you've been very good to work with, and very approachable. I think I can come in here and talk to you at any time. And we talked, and we as a board, and I think a lot of times the positive things are not put out there in the media or whatever it might be, and not criticizing your paper. But the media is very important. And I know how newspaper writers, and we appreciate you too. So I think we need to get more positive things out there, because there's a lot of positive things that's going on, and I'll just mention a few of them here. It's like our kids, when we're driving a 1996 Geo, and I appreciate the new driver's ed car, and I think our kids appreciate that. The after-school dining program, which you had on, your presentation, and I'm really pleased with the expanding it's gonna expand and even be better, and because our kids, you know where some of our kids are coming from. It's like I watched Dr. Phil, and we're talking about kids and the rank. I'm so excited about the kids, the feeding program, because he showed a clip on TV, and school was out, and some of these kids, where are they gonna get something to eat since school is out? And we're looking out for that, not just through the school year, but also through the summer. The school council, I appreciate very much. I tried as a teacher for 30 years to try to get where our kids could have an input, and I think we've got, like you said, we've got some bright kids, we've got some input, excellent knowledge as far as education. Each school, and I think this is, I don't know when it happened the last time, that the instructional money, each school, they got $100 per student, and it hasn't, I don't know when that happened. You know, of course I wasn't here, but I'm sure those schools, the site base and the principals appreciate that, but I mean, it's like one, the Warfield Elementary was entitled to around 30-some thousand.
About
They only got
32,000 went up to 8,000.
8, and you made it happen, so each school got their $100. Some kids have been allowed to attend national conferences like Michaela June and San Antonio, not just her, but others, and that hasn't happened.
Absolutely.
It hasn't happened. You balanced a budget, and how you did it, I don't know. I can't balance my own checkbook, but that was projected, and Bob Spillman's been around several years, but he projected, and we were in that room right there in closed session when he said you were going to be $900,000 in the red by the end of the fiscal year, and we're going to have a contingency fund, which I don't know, you know, and I commend you on that. People don't understand what and how you handled as far as having to vacate Sheldon Clark High School. And there was some kids and parents, that didn't want it. But we couldn't endanger or even take a chance. You can't take a chance with the kids. And you did that. And you handled that well, and got people on board. And of course got to the middle school. Of course, we were 2 weeks late in getting started, but we got it and got it ready. And I think all in all that it was fairly, I know we hear complaints about cramps and this and that, being cramped, but I think most people were on board, and you did that. And not only that, you helped bring in, a comment was made that our kids, well, I won't even go there, but you helped bring in $32 million for them in high school. And I'm all
Very supportive of that.
excited. I think our community should be excited. And as far as I know, there was no cuts to classified and certified. You know where we were sitting at last year, hiring freeze and whatever, and we didn't know if the teachers were going to get their step increase or not. That had happened, thank goodness. Thank goodness it happened. But we haven't even classified or certified, as far as they got their 1% increase, and like you said, which is very encouraging the other night, hopefully somewhere, if the money is there, that we can even give them more. So that was encouraging. So, those are some of the positive. You want to hear some of the, I'm going to give you a few negatives, and again, I'm in the same, I need to work on this myself, as far as I think the communication, and sometimes our people, some of them say, and I don't think you're this way, but some people, unless you got to approach them rather than, sometimes they say, he's not approachable. They'll call me and they'll say, and I'll tell them, I say, go talk to Mr. Mills. I don't think he'll listen. I don't. But anyway, this is the way some of our people are, and they're great people, but sometimes you got to make the step toward them rather than them come to you. So, but after you get there, I think it'll be, I want to see you win them over, you go. So, and if you got anything you know, to say on these comments that I'm making, so,
You can respond to that.
but I think we all can work on the communication, we can all work on this, use the media in positive ways, and, you know, and I like to see, on that, so, but, is there anything else I can get on this, and, else, Nick?
That's good.
No negative, your time's up.
Okay, I'm sorry to ramble, but, all in all, I think, you know, done a pretty good job.
I do too.
Mr. Moore?
I do too.
But I think this, I think you can do better.
Well, the whole thing,
Thank you.
well, the whole thing about this, I mean, you don't wanna give, you know, if we went through and put outstanding, you know, to me, good is good.
That was good.
Excellent is, nobody does outstanding. I mean, that's, well, and I may,
In certain areas, in certain areas.
outstanding and,
people can be
yeah,
outstanding,
yeah,
yes.
and, you know, in some area, in at least one area. But good and excellent is good.
And I appreciate this bringing up, which, if you promise something, which the tire changer. And
Yeah.
if you put something out there with kids and with people, you gotta deliver, and I'm glad we delivered on that, so.
Well, the tire changer was actually asked for before you came. And two, the tire changer wasn't